Hello everyone, this is Tracy from Inspired Chi, and I am bringing you a mid-cycle message. We have the new moon that just passed us last Saturday night. The energies are still here. It was a new moon in Pisces, a great time to set some new intentions and start new projects. Then we also have the spring equinox coming this weekend, this Saturday or Sunday. And the energy of that spring and renewal and hope and being able to go back to projects that maybe we let fall to the wayside over this very difficult winter. And I also had noticed there's something in the air last week. I didn't even feel good about bringing you your reading at that point. Just kind of like volatile energy, some hostile energy. I do feel like that has lightened up, but if you did experience that, I would love to know how it manifested in your world. Anyway, we do have some better energies to work with now, and the decks that we're going to be using, I have a little bit of different setup, so bear with me here. We have the Wisdom of Avalon cards, the Archetype cards, and the Message from the Guides cards. So we're going to do 3 of those, or each of, you'll each get one each of those cards, and then I'm going to do a little bit more clarification with the tarot. So if you haven't chosen your pile yet, if you want to just kind of hone in on the energies, or if you've not done this before, you're going to kind of want to see where you're being pulled. The thumbnail on this video has a photo of this, or just whatever direction you're feeling. And then that will be the corresponding video, with the Wisdom of Avalon being 1, the Archetype cards being 2, and Message from the Guides being 3. Hello, threes. So if you choose 3, the card that you're getting from the Wisdom of Avalon deck is the Water Fairy, which talks about feelings and emotions. The card that you're getting from the Archetype cards, and the intention for that as well, is this could be talking about you, so be honest with yourself in this reading, or it could be an energy around you, but it would be so close to you that it would be being experienced in your energy and message, okay? And for the last spirit card, we're getting Appreciate Your Talents. So this card here that we're getting from the Archetype, you need to skip over that, is the card of the Virgin. So I'm trying to get this to kind of sharpen a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's going to. I'm in a weird spot today. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Some of the shadow aspects of that are fear of intimate union. This is not... I feel like you need to go and watch 2 as well, because there's some kind of theme going on here as far as somebody holding back romantically. So if that's something that's happening for you, I would check that out. But other than that little bit here, this feels a little bit more to me about somebody who is an empath, right? And has gotten a little downtrodden, but from the reality of the world right now, okay? Things have been a little harsh, and maybe it's gotten a little depressing, a little sad, kind of in a place where you don't want to feel your feelings, where you want to be a little bit numb, or you're trying to figure out how to be of service because energies have been a little volatile. The message from Spirit is appreciate your talents, okay? So sometimes things that seem like a curse can actually be a blessing. Yes, sometimes they can absolutely be a curse, or they can feel that way, okay? And that's what I feel. I feel like a very tender person, kind of feeling very put upon is what I'm feeling here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the overall energy that we're getting here is the 2 of Pentacles, which talks about trying to juggle a lot of different things, right? And bring some things into balance. Maybe feeling like you might want to drop one of those. Maybe not feeling like you're good enough to be doing that juggling, and it does sometimes take a village, and it does sometimes take a few breaks. But there is an energy of a danger of burnout here, or if that's something you've experienced in the past, a fear of getting into that energy, because this almost feels like you'd be afraid of yourself. You'd be afraid of your own emotions, okay? In the past energies, we're having celebration, okay? Things feeling pretty good, a sense of community. And then something occurs. I swear there's a theme here. And I don't want to be negative in these dealings, but there's something afoot here with this energy. So we're getting the Seven of Swords, and if you look at this image, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm trying to sharpen it up. It's not really working that well. Oh, there we go. That person would take all of those swords if he could carry them, okay? So this is a feeling of somebody taking way more than their share, maybe taking advantage of your energy or having a bad experience, but it's leaving you feeling just strange, just kind of like, well, I'm just done with this. I'm just not doing this anymore. I'm not putting myself out there anymore. I'm not going to be myself. I'm not going to give as much. That's kind of what's the feeling here. But there's many choices available to you. And we're getting this card in reverse. Now, upright, the Seven of Cups would be a lot of different avenues that you could take, a lot of resources available to you, a lot of choices that you can make, but you're kind of boxing yourself in and limiting those choices, okay? We're forgetting that they are available to you, okay? That's in the recent past. But the energy coming in is the Knight of Swords, okay, in reverse. So when the Knight of Swords shows up, sometimes the words can be a little prickly. Sometimes they can be a little rash, you know? Because this is in the reverse, I really don't feel like this is you. I feel like this might be somebody that you're dealing with, because I almost feel like very, like word assaulted, if that makes sense. Just kind of like horrified. A feeling of, oh my God, I would never talk to anybody like that. And I can't believe that person would say that to me or about me, or, you know, whatever it is. But it's something that caused an upset. Caused enough of an upset that you decided to walk away from the situation. This is in your present energy. So if this hasn't happened yet, it might be something you're considering, okay? It could be walking away from a job. It could be a relationship. It could be a toxic family member, okay? But to remember what the Eight of Cups is walking towards. Cups, we're talking about emotional fulfillment. And these spilled cups are knowledge and wisdom, right? They're heartbreak and they're pain, but it's also knowledge and wisdom. And he has enough belief in his heart to walk towards something better, to walk towards that 9, which is wish fulfillment. And then the 10, which is emotional fulfillment, okay? So it does show you walking away and towards something else, because you do have that hope. So if you've been feeling like all hope is gone, I mean, that is the whole point of the spring equinox, right? Hope and renewal. There will be a breath of fresh air coming in that will re-inspire you to be yourself and maybe not hold back who you are, maybe just hold back some of your energy from certain other people in your life, okay? And I feel like that was a hard lesson that maybe came about recently. Okay, we're also getting another 7 here. So this is the 7 of Pentacles. You're going to start, as you walk away from this toxic energy, you're going to start to see the fruits of your labors pay off, okay? And this would be something you already planted the seeds and nurtured for a little while. This wouldn't be something new, okay? This would be something that you put effort in the past, and even if it was on hold or you kind of gave up, you will see that growth. And I love that it is here. We have appreciate your talents, okay? Because this very much could be work related. If it's, like I said at the beginning of the reading, if you are finding it to be more romance related for you, definitely check out too as well. So we have the Queen of Pentacles as the next energy, okay? Queen of Pentacles can stand up by herself. She has herself together, right? She doesn't need anyone to support her. She's very grounded. She's very kind and loving and nurturing. But she knows what she has to give, and she's very careful and discerning with who she gives it to. It doesn't mean she's not going to give it or she's not going to be herself. It just means that she's way more discerning than she used to be, okay? Maybe in this energy, okay? Maybe she's come a long way from there. Card right after that is 3 of Pentacles, which shows working together. So I feel like that sense of community that you started out with, that happiness, that sense of community, that whatever came along to discourage you, once you iron that out and get past that fear and, you know, own your own personality and own those boundaries that you need to have, you will see that there was a different type of respect earned in your life, okay? And people will want to work together with you. You're not going to accept any less. And when you vibrate at that level, that people won't know what to do with you. So the ones that aren't there with you are going to vibrate right out of that energy, sometimes kicking and screaming. But sometimes, and then we also have the Queen of Swords here, okay? She is a person who has had to take action and has had to be very blunt and get her point across, and sometimes be a little prickly to really be her true self. She's really had to fight for who she is and what she wants, and I feel like maybe that there was some type of gossip at some point in time about this person, or she was pigeonholed in some way and is now having to show such strength and set the record straight, or maybe kind of put herself in an energy that she doesn't want to be in, because it can be quite uncomfortable, but it is the energy that she needs to be to get it done, because at the end of the day, we are all the queens, right? And all the kings in different points in our lives. So in order to be grounded and to be choosy with what you have and what you have to offer, you're going to have to be able to cut some things out. And sometimes people aren't going to go quietly, or sometimes people are going to try and slide in there. So you'll have to wear different faces at different times. And that's, I feel like, a lesson that you learn. And when I say you've come a long way from this card, this is kind of what I mean. You have the energies that you're starting out with, this innocence and this emotions, and it's okay to be in that. But here she just feels very let down. And I feel like maybe you're not as naive as you started out. And maybe you've had to call in the Queen of Swords to get your point across. So I hope this was helpful. And don't forget to appreciate your talents and know that there are brighter times coming where people will work with you. An element of respect. There will be reasons and growth to celebrate, even if it takes a little bit. Okay? Have a very happy moon cycle and spring equinox.